Dear students, in this video you will learn what is a literature review. So, a literature review is a piece of writing that reviews existing research about a particular research topic. Notice that I bolded the word research here. So it is not just about any literature, but it's about research literature. It is an important part of all academic disciplines, whether it is computer science, history, math, or psychology. In research, the goal is to know what others have done before you, and therefore you can build your own research on top of the previous works and studies. Standing on the shoulders of giants. In research, progress is founded on previous works. The writers of those previous works are those giants that are referred to in here. Alan Turing, picture on the right, can be regarded as a giant in computer science. This giant business originates from Sir Isaac Newton's letter in 1676, where he states, "If I have seen further, it is by standing on the shoulders of giants." So Newton acknowledges that his discoveries in physics were only possible because of the knowledge and works of previous thinkers like Galileo and Johannes Kepler. Why to do a literature review? You do a literature review in order to learn about the topic and find out what is known about it. Importantly, you also do it to find out what is unknown about the topic. The unknowns of a particular topic can create future research study topics through which science then moves forward. Where do literature reviews exist? They exist in student works done in course or seminar papers. In our field of software engineering, a bachelor's thesis typically consists just of a literature review. This is a bachelor's thesis of a particular student. It is about usability evaluation methods in game development. It is publicly available in the Jultika University of Oulu repository. If we look inside of the thesis, we can see that in the thesis, only a literature review is used as the research method, as is documented in the research methods section 3 of the thesis. A master's thesis, on the other hand, has a literature review, but it is typically also having an empirical or constructive part where new technology is built and tested. This is another thesis, but this time it is not a bachelor's thesis, but a master's thesis. And in this study, the student does a comparison of graphical user interface testing tools for Android applications. If we look into the contents of the thesis, we can notice that literature review is part of this thesis in section 2 under the prior research work. Then what follows is the actual empirical study with the research questions and empirical research methods, and then the empirical findings, and finally the results of this empirical study are then again in the discussion reflected back to the literature review findings that were listed in section 2. A doctoral thesis also has a literature review and then followed by multiple empirical and constructive parts. Basically, all academic research papers have a literature review part. Outside of academia, you can also find literature reviews in business reports, white papers, and government reports. To summarize. In conclusion, a literature review is a valuable tool in academic research. It allows you to see further as you are standing in the shoulders of the giants. It helps the researchers learn about the topic and create future studies to explore the unknowns. Whether you are writing a course paper or a thesis, a literature review is an important part of any academic discipline.